Woo. Welcome to another exciting edition of Work on an Old Boat Trailer. I went to the store and I bought a bunch of bolts because today I'm putting the boards on. Oh yeah. So the game plan is I sit the boards up here and I'm going to put a bolt in the front one and then drill a hole and put a bolt in the back so that it stays put, and then I'm gonna drill all the other holes so it's not moving around the whole time I'm trying to work on it. Then I'm gonna take the boards off after I've drilled all the holes, and I'm going to put primer on it so that it'll last a little longer, to keep the water out of it and keep it from rotting and all that good stuff. That's the plan anyway. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this for a reason. I messed up. See how I have the bracket above this? Well, because of that, I can't get the drill in there. Now, I could flip all of these brackets around, but I don't want this outside the trailer, because the board is only 20 feet long. So what I'm gonna do is go underneath and mark with a pencil, you know, in the hole. Then I'll flip the board over and drill all the holes out. You know, sometimes when you're working on stuff, you'll hit, you know, a rough patch where you're like, how do I fix this? And you have to learn how to improvise and change your plan. And that's what I'm doing. All right. Time for the painting. I am painting primer on this, and then I'm using this stick to try to get the primer down in the bolt holes just to cover everything the best that I can, because you're not going to keep water out forever. Eventually this will wear off and the boards will start rotting, but you want to make it last as long as possible. I mean, the only thing you could do maybe is like dip a board in resin, but who's going to do that? Yeah, I'm going to get this primer on, and I'm going to get my primer on, and we'll check it out when they're done. Sorry, it's because I'm crazy. Okay, I got the boards all primed, and then I painted the bottom black, because that's the only part you're going to see, because the top is going to be covered by a bunk cover. But you'll be able to see the bottom. This is what it one of these. A bunk wrap. So that goes over the top of it, so you won't see it, but there's a little piece at the bottom that's open and you can see there. So I just painted the bottom. And it comes with end caps, and that's what it looks like. It's kind of like a C shape and it goes around it. So that'll be awesome. All right, I will show you more in a second. Well, it took all day, but I got one board on it. So I painted everything and then painted the bottoms black. And then I put the bolts in, and I found out that my bolts were too short. So I had to go to get more bolts, but then my card was declined, and I went to the bank and they said it was something about I had to change my address or something like that. So I changed my address, got my card going again, went back to get some longer bolts, came back, got one in. So, you know Flex Seal? Well, they make a paste, and I put Flex Seal paste inside the holes and over the top of the bolt heads to keep water from getting in there and rotting the boards out. And then the bunk cover is going to go over top of this. So, I'll try to get some more done at a later date. Because the sun is getting low. All right, later, Tater. So what I'm doing is getting some of this flex paste, and then you put it on the bolt, and then when you drive the bolt into the hole, it seals the hole so no water can get in there. All right, there we go. There we go. Get a wrench and I'll ratchet. And we tighten it up. And we try to pull the bolt into the wood a little bit, because wood has some give to it, unlike metal. And you can sink the head of the bolt down inside the wood some, and it doesn't stick up as much, so that when you put your bunk covers on, there won't be like weird little bumps or whatever underneath it. And I just take a little bit of this and put it on the top, and it is finito. Look at it. Onward to the next one. Well, I got all the boards up there. These I still have to go back and put the bolts in the middle, but I put bolts in the front and in the back. But you can start to get an idea of what it's gonna kind of look like. Now these are gonna tilt in towards each other, so it's gonna make like a V shape. I just have them sitting up straight so they're easier to work on right now. But I can just loosen the bolts on the bottom down there on all of the things all the way back, and then tilt them in and then tighten them back up. But that's the progress so far. All right, I got all the bolts in. Now I'm start to put the first bunk cover on. So what you do is, this stuff comes in a roll, and you unroll it all the way down the thing, and they give you these straps. You Velcro this strap on, and then they also give you screws, and you start here and you put screws in the bottom. I think it says every 12 inches. And then they give you another strap, and you put it around here, and you move that strap down as you go down the, and so you leave that one on the end to hold it in place until you get your first screws on, and then you move the other strap down as you go along. And now I shall demonstrate the need for such a device. Ow, splinters, pain, everything is broken. Ah, nice and smooth. Why is it so hard to get the boat on this trailer? Is there even a boat on the trailer? I don't feel like I'm pulling anything. See, I'm putting the covers on. So you put the screws every once in a while. And you take this strap off. And you slide it down to pull those sides in. Kind of hard to do one-handed, but... And then you put 2 screws here. And you do that all the way down. So I did the first one. And now I'm doing the second one. So when you get down to the end of the line, you have to cut off the extra. So I usually do like a rough cut, a couple inches back. And then you can trim as much as you need with a shorter trim, just to get all of this bulk out of the way. I can take these last couple of straps off. To get some working room. And so our thing ends right about here. And move you around so you can see better, not just my back. Very close. Still got to trim like, I don't know, half an inch off. More like 1/4 of an inch. And that'll make the end. So I'll screw this down, and then there's the end cap. This kind of sits up a little bit. I was thinking about taking a heat gun and try to heat that, and maybe it'll lay down some. Originally I thought that the end caps slide over this, but I read the directions and it says to wrap this stuff around the end cap. So I guess just over time, like in the heat, it lays down, but I was gonna try to get a heat gun on it, see if I can make it lay flat. Well, there it is. I got all the covers on. I tried to film some of it, but it's just such a tedious job. It's hard to, I don't know, film while you're working on this. I burnt almost all of the daylight. Sun is way behind those trees. But thank you for watching this episode. please like and subscribe and comment and share and all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. I think I still got to do those little ones up there. Got to put a new strap on that reel. I got to put those chains on. We're going to take the wheels off and paint those and possibly replace the hubs and still do the wiring and all that. But it's come a long way. And thanks again for watching. Later, Tanner.